Hello friends, welcome to our channel Knowledge Amplifier. So today in my this particular video I am going to discuss about histogram matching, a very interesting concept related to image processing domain. And in the complete image processing pipeline, okay, when you are building an end-to-end project, then this can be very helpful component in the image pre-processing part. Okay, so what is that? Very simple. From the name itself, let us try to understand what actually it does. Histogram is what? Histogram is nothing but frequency distribution. We know that for any grayscale image, the range possible for unsigned integer 8-bit representation is 0 to 255. More pixel intensity towards 255 means brighter pixel. Pixel intensity towards 0 means dark pixels, right? Now, if we get the data like this, that for each pixel intensity, how many pixels are there in that image, that is nothing but frequency distribution, which is called histogram. Now matching means what? We have to match two different histogram. So that is nothing but histogram matching. Histogram matching is concerned with transforming one image histogram so that it looks like another histogram. Okay, that another histogram might be histogram of another image. So basically you can consider the situation like this. You have one image, you have another image. For this image you have one kind of histogram, for this image you have one kind of histogram. Now this histogram H1 and this histogram is suppose H2. If I want to apply certain transformation so that this H1 histogram can be converted to almost same kind of distribution like H2, and then corresponding mapping also should be reflected in our this image. So obviously here image pixel intensities will change and the color will look almost same like this image. That is nothing but related to histogram matching concept. Okay, so again this is nothing but discussion will go kind of same like our histogram equalization, which we have already studied. The in-depth explanation with mathematical intuition I have already discussed. That is going to help us. So make sure you know the concept mathematical intuition related to entropy and whatever I have discussed previously. Okay, because that is very important to understand this concept, how it is working. Okay, so I'll suggest you, if you know, well and good, but if you don't know, please go through the link given in the description box. Okay, so let's try to understand. I have told you in that histogram equalization concept that we might have two different kind of probability distribution. Okay, and getting probability distribution from histogram is very simple. Suppose I am having this kind of histogram where there are maybe three distinct levels. Okay, three possible pixel intensities you can consider, 0, 1 and 2. For 0 there are 2 pixels, for 1 there are 4 pixels, for pixel intensity 2 there are 5 pixels. So this is nothing but histogram information. Now you want to get the probability distribution. How you can get? 2 by total number of pixels, 2 plus 4 6 plus 5 11. So 2 by 11, 4 by 11, 5 by 11. So if I want to draw the probability distribution, so for 0 pixel intensity the height will be 2 by 11. This is discrete probabilities. We can say instead of probability density function, we should call this as probability mass function, because this is in discrete domain. Okay, for discussion purpose we show this as continuous, but actually these are discrete in nature. So for 0 pixel intensity, for 1 pixel intensity, for 2 pixel intensity. For 0 the value is 2 by 11, for 1 the value is 4 by 11, for 2 intensity 2 the value is 5 by 11. So this is nothing but probability mass function, okay, which we can easily get from the histogram. Okay, now what we did earlier, I told you that basically you just recall the discussion of histogram equalization. We computed cumulative distribution function from probability mass function, and I have told you as cumulative distribution for both the histogram obviously will start from 0 and will reach up at 1. So there will be certain point when for both the distribution same value will appear, right? This concept is the key concept of the whole story. See, like here, suppose for one particular image we are getting this kind of cumulative distribution, for another image we are getting this kind of cumulative distribution. Now cumulative distribution is starting from 0 and maximum value it is taking from 1 for both the distribution. So obviously for each possible values which are ranging from 0 to 255, there will be certain part where actually both cumulative distribution will be equal. Like you can see here at this particular probability, if you check, so cumulative distribution of x1 is equal to cumulative distribution of x2. So what we do in histogram equalization, basically we need to find out that for all these possible pixel intensities 0 to 255, okay, where cumulative distribution of a particular histogram matches with other cumulative distribution function, and we will map our that particular pixel intensity to the corresponding pixel intensity of the other cumulative distribution function. So in simple words, like here you can see this is our original image considered. For our original image, the cumulative distribution function is this blue color. For the reference image to which we need to match the histogram, which is having the cumulative distribution function as this red color. So what we do, basically, suppose consider this x1 pixel, we need to change this pixel intensity such that the overall histogram matches. So for this x1, the cumulative distribution function for our original image is this one. Okay, we try to find out that actually where for the reference image the cumulative distribution function matches, and corresponding to that pixel intensity we basically map our this x1. So basically we'll map x1 to x2 pixel intensity. Like that, if we do for all distinct possible values of pixel intensities for my input image, that time after applying this kind of transformation, it is obvious that our this CDF, which is blue color, will be converted to this one, right? So basically what we are doing, our intention is for our input image cumulative distribution of input image, we have to find out where that is equal to our reference image. That's it. Okay, programmatically. Now let me discuss how we are doing this. Okay, so basically 0 to 255 we have to iterate. For each pixel we need to find out what is the cumulative distribution function with respect to our input image, and then we will try to find out at where it is matching with the cumulative distribution function of our reference image, and that particular pixel intensity we will map instead of x1. Okay, this is the complete cycle. So step 1 is calculating cumulative distribution function for our input image and the reference image. Okay, so suppose input image is P, reference image is Q. So using imhist we can compute histogram, and then to compute the probability distribution and then cumulative distribution, we can just execute these two lines. Cumsum, that is cumulative sum it will do, and divide by total number of elements, that is nothing but cumulative distribution function. That is, instead of computing probability and then taking cumulative sum, first we are taking cumulative sum, dividing each element by total number of elements. Same way only, because you can understand, very easy mathematical stuff, right? So now we have CDF1, which is basically cumulative distribution function for our input image, CDF2, which is basically cumulative distribution function of our reference image, okay, where we have to match the histogram, right? Now we are using this particular loop, very important. This is basically main mechanism for this kind of conversion. So basically our possible pixel intensities are 0 to 255, right? Now in Matlab the array index starts from 1. Okay, so that's why we are using for index 1 to 256. Okay, right? Very simple. Now what we are doing, we are basically trying to find out what? We are trying to find out that where the CDF1 is matching with the CDF2. Okay, so basically obviously exact match we might not get. That's why what we are doing, we are finding minimum value of absolute difference. Okay, that is CDF1 index. Okay, that is index is varying from 1 to 256. We are picking up one by one element from our first cumulative distribution function. We are finding out for which value the absolute difference is minimum. Okay, the value is not our point of interest, the index position is our point of interest. Okay, because in that index basically we will map, right? So M here basically the mapping we are storing here, right? So M of IDX see very carefully what is doing here. M is basically suppose one 0 matrix we have defined earlier. Okay, here we have to define. So M of idx equal to ind minus 1. What we are doing here? See, index we are getting, okay, that is at which index we are getting minimum difference, and this index will obviously again range from what? Correct, basically nothing but 1 to 256 only. Okay, among 1 to 256 only we should get minimum value, right? Because CDF1 and CDF2 has only 256 elements and the array index is starting from 1. Okay, now we have to map. Now this mapping should be done from 0 to 255 range, so we are subtracting 1. Okay, try to understand, this is nothing but due to Matlab's property that array index starts from 1. So but our for image unsigned integer 8-bit representation, it should be 0 to 255. So M of idx equal to ind minus 1 we are doing. Okay, here we cannot do idx minus 1 because M of 0 will be undefined. Okay, right? So once the mapping is done, what we have to do, we are creating one 0 matrix to store our output image. We are iterating, here we are calculating the size of our input image, and we are iterating using 2 for loop. This is our output image mattu of xy. For each pixel, what we have to do, we have to find out the mapping version. So M is storing the mapping version, which pixel intensity should be mapped to what. Okay, so double of p of xy. What is this? This is basically picking up one particular pixel intensity from my input image. We are adding 1 with it because in Matlab array index starts from 1. Okay, this p of xy is 0 to 255. So array index starts from 1. So we are adding 1, and then that at that particular index, what is the value that which is stored in M variable that we are finding, which is basically mapping, that we are storing in mattu of xy, and like this we can achieve our intention. So the complete code looks like this. Just go through this particular code 2-3 times. You can easily understand what is basically happening. Okay, now let me show you the demo. Here is the code. Here I have created one function because I need to execute this particular same function for red channel, for green channel, and for blue channel. Okay, so basically as we are using multiple times same thing, so I am one second. Yes, so this is the function myown, where the same code is written, and here this is our original code, CLC clear all close all warning of. I am reading 2 image. So this first image IM1 is the original image, IM2 is the image where we want to map. We are extracting red channel, green channel, blue channel from both the 2 sets of images. R1, G1, B1 are the original channels, R2, G2, B2 are the reference image to which we have to map. We are passing via the function, and then here we are displaying. Okay, so D image, which is basically storing the concatenated version of histogram matched. Okay, so let's check how it is working. Just click evaluate selection. Code will be posted in the description box. No need to worry about the code. Okay, give it some time because tough computation is going on. Here you can see this is our original image, this is our reference image. So original image is yellowish, reference image is green. So basically you can see after histogram matching, what is happening, all the leaves of this particular tree are mapped to almost green. Some are coming as blue as well, but that is not that much making issue. The thing is that you can understand what is the importance of histogram matching. You can change the color like that. Let me show you one particular as well, and another case. Okay, so I have taken another image, so let me just run. And here you can see one more beauty. This is image of one particular cat. This is 1 cup of tea. Now you can see that this is our reference image to which this input image histogram should be matched, and see how beautifully, I hope you are getting the flavor of histogram matching. These particular colors are now trying to take the color like this particular one. and closest approximation we are getting, right? So this is the beauty of histogram matching. And one particular special case of histogram matching is histogram equalization, where we try to convert any histogram to uniform distribution, because when probability follows uniform distribution, that time entropy becomes maximum, and entropy becomes maximum means average information becomes maximum. There that at that situation the image intensity contrast will be high and image will look better. That can be useful for image processing applications. Okay, so I hope you have enjoyed this. This is all for this video. If you find this video helpful, then please like, share and comment. Subscribe my channel if you have not subscribed till now, and don't forget to press the bell icon to get the notification of my latest videos. Thank you.